Alright, so we're continuing on. We'll just start our little long pattern over again with D. We're going to go D into the three long string shapes, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Modally, the 5, 6, 7 is our Mixolydian, root 2, 3 is our Ionian, and 4, 5, 6 is our Lydian. And notice, so we've got 5, root, and 4. They're in fourths. So they're strictly in fourths. These are, but the string shapes that we're involved with, A goes to E is the fifth. The fifth of E string shape is the C string shape. We talked about that. So let's play away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now tuning warp, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5 to the C string shape. Okay, so we went around the circle. We started on D. We did the three long ones. Okay, and then we warped up for the 7 root 2, and we got up to C. In that situation there. Okay, so that's what we did there to do the long playaways. So obviously, in that D box there that I just got rid of, now we're going to look at it again. We've got a lot of different string shapes there. We've got a lot of different chord shapes, triads. So sure, we have the D, 5 root 3. If we're going to go to the left, we're going to go up a pentatonic, so D would go to E minor. So we got a 5 root 3 practically here, E major rather. We got a 5 root 3 practically there if we were playing up in the middle of the playing zone, the playing field, right? So if we were doing D shaped up here, an octave up here, that's pretty high. Let's do a D shaped G. Sounded like it was first inversion there, but so we want to go to the next pentatonic scale from the D. We're going to go to the E shape right there. So if you have enough fretboard, you can just do that. But defining a cage system, we don't want to play out of the cage. So we have to get used to going to the right, the right or the left, either the next cage shape, major or minor, or the next pentatonic scale to get that cage shape within that box. Now the playaway box here is the easiest because it's the biggest. So you can always just go in the D. You can go D. Alright, so it's 1, 4, 5 in D is D, G, A, right? So you got the G-shaped fourth here. Okay? But additionally, you can almost go to a G-shaped fifth there. You see how it's still part of that playaway box? So with the playaway boxes, and like I say, it's going to take you to the next cage up. You've pretty much got two choices for what triad you're going to play. The triad in the box or the next cage shape up. Just keep in mind that if you're near the fret nut, you can't play, you will have to go up to the next cage up if the shape takes you below the fret nut there. Now let's talk about, that leads us to right into the D box with the cutouts. So just a quick review of the cutouts. Instead of doing play away, to go after we go to the 4C Lydian string shape 4, 5, 6, instead of going to 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, we want to stay in the modal box. We want to exploit the open strings The fret nut is here. Okay, so we want to exploit the open strings. So we're going to go back to this situation, and remember, from the 6-string rule, the top string is the bass string shape. So D string shape's 2, 3, 4. Top string will be 2, 3, 4. The string below that's going to be the 4th of that string shape. The 4th of D is G. So we're going to go back to the original pattern, 6, 7 root there. If that wasn't complicated enough, there's a cutout. So we go 2, 3, 4 here. So instead of completing the 4th string shape 4, 5, 6, we're going to cut out at the 4, or the cutout begins at the 4. We're going to go 4, 5, and then cut out to the 6. Okay, so the bottom string, outer string notes are the hint. The outer note is the hint where the cutout's going to begin, and then you just take half of the string shape there and then go and start again at the 4th of the top string shape. That's how to derive playing all open strings. Now, once we know that we've derived how we're going to make the box, this is another CAGE system. So there's 3 CAGE systems. There's pentatonic, there's diatonic, and play away, and then there's diatonic cutout. Same thing, 7 of them. And I'll show you that when we talk about the Lydian box. The thing to remember here is that the cage has now gotten smaller. Okay, so when we start with a D shape here, 5 root 3. All right, let's follow that pentatonic scale. D shape, we've got an E minor shape, D minor, which would be 2, 4, 6, right? E minor shape would be 2, 4, 6. So it's usually second inversion, so it'd be 6, 2, 4 right here. Is that going to work? Is that going to work? It should. It should. Remember, we've got a fret nut here now, so Mr. Capo is important. Remember, I'm down tuned, so I can play my D down here. So we start with this D shape, see? The D minor is going to be right here. Okay, but are we going to go like this? No, that takes us right out of the cage, because then we'd be doing 7 root 3. Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's a freebie right there. So we get another E minor shape D minor right there. Now, if we go pentatonic scale, increase from E minor, pentatonic, C, D, E, we go to G minor shape. Okay, on that 3rd, G minor is going to be a root chord. So we're going to start with the E, 3, 5, 7. No, we can't do that. So we do have to do the E minor shape 3rd there, 7 root 3. So that's what it is. We're completely in that modal box there. The top note of that is that F sharp there. There's F sharp right there. I put a C on it because that's where we fit the string shapes on where the accidentals are. But it works in all keys. They're hypothetical accidentals, but you can use them in any key. So the 4th, once again with the D shape. So let's look at this. The 4th is going to be what? We're in the D shape. The 4th is going to be right there. Is the G shape. 4th of G. Now the 5th of G, the 5th of D rather, is the A shape. Comes right back in here. 2, 5, 7. So we've got our 4th, which is 4, 6 root, and then we have our root, 5 root 3. So that's fine. And then these are just the modal advances. The E minor shape 2nd, the A shape 5th, and the A minor shape